Yep, that's all set up. Should be good now. Okay, yep, we're good. We're sort of online in one moment. Hello, Internet! I am the Iron Phoenix, and welcome back to Fallout 4. Possibly. If it's... Yep, it's appearing on stream now. Because you're all 5 seconds in the past. In fact, I should say, hello, people 5 seconds in the past. I am a time traveller. Sort of. I can't remember why I chose 5 seconds. But anyway, everybody's 5 seconds in the past. Everybody. Yeah, for some reason I am in a weird mood tonight. I've just had a diabolical cooking session where everything went horribly wrong. I bought some eggs on Sunday, and I'd made some omelettes and some scrambled egg with them. And it was a bit weird because when you broke them, it would just kind of... It wouldn't mix properly when you beat them. And I didn't think anything of it, and I thought, you know, they were fine. You know, should note they were fine. They didn't cause me any problems. But I just looked at the box and it said, you know, best before 7th of October, not 7th, 7th of November. Now I bought them on Sunday, so those are not, yeah. So I didn't use them in the end, which was annoying. So the carbonara recipe, no, the pasta recipe that I was following requires that you boil the pasta. Tip the water. Once you boil the pasta, you tip the water out, and then you put the eggs in, mix the eggs in, and the eggs cook in the hot pasta. I couldn't do that. I had to mix cheese in instead, which I was going to do anyway. I was going to do a combination of egg and cheese, but you know, it just kind of messes everything up. And then the bacon that I've bought today, and hopefully I was going to use tomorrow, has a use by date of today, which again, slightly irritating. Then, you know, the usual, you know, you're washing up and the water goes everywhere, and it was one of those cooking sessions. So anyway, I just fancied a wander through the wastes of Fallout 4. I'm planning on doing a few quests here and there today. I've got to go up to Corviga, up to the top somewhere to do the Mila quest, wherever it is. Where is it? It's somewhere around here. Yeah, Weathervane. I do need to quickly sleep because I can't remember when my last sleep session was. And I am, of course, now addicted to Psycho because of a small error I made. The error, of course, being that I wasn't in combat, I just wanted some food, and I accidentally clicked on the... Oh no, I wanted to drink some water, so I accidentally clicked on the Psychojet instead, which was clever. So I'm now addicted to that, and... I'm addicted to jet. I'm suffering from a jet addiction, I think it is, rather than a psycho addiction. No, that's not what I want. Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah, I've got... Oh no, it's a psycho addiction. So I've got minus 10 to damage resist and minus 1 to strength, and I've also got that mole rat disease still because I can't get rid of it. So yeah, let's go up to Corviga. It's not that far a walk. Need to sleep. Oh no, I've just slept. It's fine. Yeah, my brain is gone as well. And of course, you know, I went shopping and forgot to buy things. Not necessarily bad, but annoying, you know. Forgot to buy more cheese, for example. It's just fine. I'll have to go out tomorrow in the weather warnings. It's nice weather out here, actually, in good old UK. I'm actually walking through the wrong town at the moment. We'll just go through, it's fine. Yeah, it's quite nice weather out there at the moment. We've got 45-mile-an-hour winds combined with heavy rain, which is good. Slightly disconcerting when you're sat in the traffic in a small car. You're not moving forwards. You're not going anywhere, and yet the car is just sort of moving. a little bit disconcerting as it's sort of slowly vibrating, but you know, hey ho, that's the curse. That's one of the curses of buying a small car. The other curse, of course, being that people think your car is smaller than it actually is, and so if you are in a traffic, you know, in a queue, it's like queuing, but if you're sat in a queue and you've got a red light in front of you and a car in front of you, the person behind will always beep their horn. Well, what am I meant to do? The car in front isn't able to move. I'm not able to pass through solid matter. Yeah, this is going to be a little bit of me sarcastically moaning about life. Because life is worth sarcastically moaning about. This is, you know, I like this world. I like the world of Fallout because you can just walk through nothing, and you can walk through the end of times. There's no queues of people, there's no people moaning about the weather, or, you know, something popped up. I was talking about how, you know, places sometimes close because of weather. And this is something that happens in the UK quite a bit, actually, especially with the trains, because I have once had a train cancelled because it was drizzling slightly. And so it's drizzling slightly, and it has, you know, throughout the morning it's been drizzling slightly. And a thing pops up to say, you know, this train has been cancelled because of severe weather. Severe weather, and it's drizzling a little. And, you know, you can kind of understand it when it's like leaves on the track, but it was 6 o'clock in the morning. It was a little bit of drizzle. There is no reason why that train should have been cancelled because of severe weather. But this is what the train companies do at the moment. Quite a lot of it. I mean, I really do feel for anybody who has to take Southern Railway at the moment, because so in the UK we use a system by which the tracks. Oh yeah, I've got a new gun, by the way. The tracks have all been, you know, built at some point by. Is that a living person? Not anymore. It's been built by governments when the railways were nationalised, and then at some point they decided that actually they wanted to privatise the railways. So now we have a system by which the railways have been sold off, not necessarily, well, they've been licensed off to companies to run. And these companies, they don't care about people getting from A to B for a reasonable rate, whilst paying their staff enough and making sure their staff are happy. These are the actions of what you would expect from someone who was maybe, you know, socialist minded, where you know, you might have someone who believes that the government should own a certain amount of. What is Kate doing? That's a very, very odd pose for Kate to be. Okay, I'm not going to argue. Fallout it's got some very weird bugs. Yeah, so instead of making sure that everybody's happy, basically, you end up with a system by which the companies are literally doing it to make as much money as possible, which isn't necessarily a bad thing until they start cutting services back and back and back. Yeah, so you know, they've been cutting services now so much that there's very little to cut, and all the while they are raising prices and ensuring that people are basically sick to death of them. But the reason why they can keep continuing to be in business is because the government let them. There is no point at which the government will necessarily take it away from them. The only time that that will happen is when the business actually collapses and then the government are forced to take it from them. So, yeah. This is actually clean. Oh, no, that's not clean water at all. So yeah, that's what people have to deal with in the UK at the moment with railways, and it's generally the case throughout, where the NHS is being cut and the roads are being cut, and in the UK you no longer pay a road tax. It's more of, because the money that you put in isn't ring fenced to be assigned to the roads. It's just it's just put into a big pot whereby anybody can pull from it. The military, it doesn't matter, and so the money that you're spending, it just goes into the pot rather than on road maintenance, which is where you might expect car tax to go. Yeah, we just had the budget today, so that's that's a thing. Our governments have no idea. Oh yes, and as I said, this is going to be the moaning one. Our governments have said that animals have they've basically decided that not only do animals have no emotions, but they can't feel pain. And this has been voted into the Brexit bill. So this is all the stuff that's to do with Brexit and to do with how Britain is going to depart from the European Union. So far, all we know is that it's going to be bad. I struggle to think of positive things that are going to come out of Brexit. Mostly it's negative. The only good thing that I could think of that might come out of Brexit was this idea of less wasteful purchasing. Because if you go into a supermarket in the UK in June, you will be able to buy hot cross buns, and you'll be able to buy mince pies, and probably baubles and tinsel. You never really know these days. And so the only thing that I could think of that might possibly come out of Brexit is less sort of over purchasing and more consideration as to what they buy, when they buy, because they're going to have to pay import tax on it all, and the only way to sort of pay less import tax is going to be to buy less of it, or to buy it from the UK. But the problem with buying it from the UK is that you get the knock-on effect. It's not going to just sort of end at that, because there's always going to be things that are going to be bought from the EU. So there's going to be import tax from somewhere, and so the price is all going to rise, and it's all going to be a complete and utter mess. Unfortunately, the EU here hasn't worked quite as well as the EU did in the Fallout universe. I mean, that one collapsed as well, but for different reasons. It ran out. The one in this universe ran out of oil, and they all just sort of, the entire union collapsed with a load of infighting over resources. Right, I need to go up that door, I think. I've got to get to the top of Corviga, and because my navigation skills suck, I'm going a very sort of long and roundabout way. A very slow, long and roundabout way. At some point we'll get upstairs. So yeah, the budget has been done, as I said. Basically means that they're going to be reducing stamp duty for new buyers, which people have said is only going to just put up the house prices. So new first-time buyers aren't actually going to be able to buy a new house anyway. It's a complete mess, to say the least. Bye bye Raider. It's nice that all these guys respawned. I mean, they're not really carrying very good gear, unfortunately. What on earth is Kate doing? Hopefully Kate's animations have been fixed. Yes, they have. I'm not completely certain why she's using the double-barreled, considering I gave her an actual, you know, proper shotgun with modifications on it. Thank you. Oh, it's up. There we go. Oh, caution, which means that there's one down there. 15, what is it? Oh. Now what? I suspect there's going to be more up here somewhere. Got to find a high spot to put this weather. Was it the weather vane thingy-majig? The Myla. Alright, you're all over there, are you? That's nice. Hello, leg. This is a really nice gun, I have to say. I'm glad I made this. Well, I say made this. I found most of it. I just had to modify it a little bit to add a silencer, so I get more sneak. And it's also got a long scope on there and a recoil. It's basically a sniper rifle variant of the assault rifle, with a few sort of modifications so that it's silent. Let me guess, I'm going to the... No. I think I'm going up the right one. Hello, Raider scum. Alright, so we just put it on here. Apparently there is still someone around. Don't know where. I do like having the long scope on it, 'cause it does make sniping an awful lot easier. Ah, hello. Is that the last one? Yeah, we've killed them all. Right, now we can go back down. Frame rate's going a bit framey for some reason. What else has been going on? Alex Mayo is back again. She's decided to hit Sid Alpha with a YouTube privacy claim, claiming that him using his dead name, or him using her dead name, is in somehow a breach of privacy, even though that name is public knowledge, and she is unable to change it due to the fact that she is currently under probation. In the United States, you are not allowed to change your name if you are under probation, whereas in the UK you can actually do that. That said, though, because you know you can have like gender changes and like in our prisons. Yeah, so she's decided this, and you know, I don't necessarily want to tempt. Well, this is the thing. Basically, she's got more important things to worry about right now than if somebody is using, is it Alex Thomas Mayer? It doesn't matter. What matters is that she gets through what's to come, which means that she really should be concentrating on discovery rather than whether or not somebody used a name that she her middle name that she doesn't want to be known as anymore. it's a little bit of a ridiculous one, and I'm hoping that YouTube see it for what it is and just, you know, burn it pretty much. Right, I think I've got some more quests to do up here. I've got to do CIT. I might as well do CIT actually. Because CIT isn't that far. And that would at least then give me the... So, was it Hunter Hunted? Yeah, Hunter Hunted, travel to CIT. It's the continuation of the quest to get to the Institute, and from that point you get the teleporter, which is probably going to be quite useful if I start using the base at Hangman Alley more, because the two aren't actually that far apart from one another. I might do that. I might actually move over to Hangman's Alley, but we'll see. There's a bed up there. I'm just going to quickly run over there and sleep. I'm running low on fusion cores, and this is getting slightly concerning. There is some fusion cores up at Mystic Pines. I might have to just do a detour actually up to Mystic Pine and grab the fusion core out of there. But first things first, let's get some sleep, and then we'll go from there. My character can hold quite a lot now, which is nice. Right, right. So Mystic Pine, great. I've got weakness now as well. Mystic Pines is just up there. We're not that far away. There is a single power core up there, which should... it'll keep me going. I do need to find more power cores. More of those sort of lucky pots where you find 4 fusion cores in a thing. Right, so we'll do... I'm just gonna risk it. I think I'm just gonna go straight on down to CIT. I've got what is technically 5 fusion cores, so I'm using the 5th fusion core, and then I've got 4 on top. I should be all right. I'm hoping I'll be able to find a fusion core somewhere around, or maybe a trader's got some fusion cores. I've got quite a lot of caps, and I haven't actually checked my I've got a couple of villages with traders, so I could always scavenge them for caps as well. So yeah, CIT in the Institute, which is a sort of a nice, it's a nice big bad. Far prefer them to the Enclave. Actually, you know, this being Fallout 4, I'm surprised there aren't still Enclave running around here. I'm glad Bethesda restrained themselves from doing that, at least. Having just Enclave remnants all over the place, like they do with Super Mutants. Though I did, you know, because West-Tek still exist in the Glow. Nothing actually happened to it. That's where the FEV originally was. So why don't they go just congregate around there? I mean, Mariposa was where the VATs were, but West-Tek was where the research was originally done. So, you know, I'd quite like to see a Fallout that kind of took us back to the Glow. Right, there's gunshots from somewhere over there, but here is where we need to be for now. I do know where we need to go eventually, but we'll get down here. Slowly. I do like the power armor in this. It's such an improvement to the Fallout 3 version, where this is something that needs fusion cores to run it, and it's like walking around in a tank. Right, so I've got to just tune into the Corsair's frequency. Of course, we know that they're down there at Greenwich. No, it's not. Yeah, he's not that far away. He's just over here somewhere. Yeah, Greenwich. What is it? Greenwich. Green Tech Genetics. That's the one. Green Tech Genetics. And there's the. I did the Cabot mission by basically just wiping them all out in the end. Because they spotted me lockpicking the door somehow. It turns out they didn't really like me lockpicking the door. Now, as far as I'm playing the Brotherhood, I'm not really playing I'm playing the Brotherhood quest, but I'm not really playing as a Brotherhood soldier. After all, I'm not in Brotherhood gear. I'm in XO1, which is superior to T60, which is what all the Brotherhood use. And this is the Enclave gear, basically. Really, really nice set. I far prefer the XO1 look to the T60. Right. Hello. So I've now got to go and kill the Corsair. Thankfully, the Corsair is... Corsair... I just call him the Corsair. Yeah, the Corsair is having fun with some gunners at the moment. I haven't leveled up, no. Oh, I got Gun Nut 4 as well, I just spammed that. But I am going to be heading towards, is it Fortune Finder? On the basis that chance of enemies exploding in a shower of caps when you kill them. That sounds kind of neat. So... I see you. Where's all your health gone? I've got... These guys are a little bit tougher than I expected. Not by much, but I'm probably a little bit tougher than them. If there wasn't a... That is a nice bullet. There's somebody with a missile launcher. I'm stuck in the tree. Hello, machine gun turret. There is someone with a machine gun, with a rocket launcher somewhere. I keep hearing it. Well, let's go up a little bit more. And also, just gonna do a... Oh god. Don't have any glowing... none of that is giving me any HP. Oh, I've got a Nuka-Cola Quantum. I'll drink that. I have been tempted to do Frost, or I'm actually slightly considering modding my New Vegas one to do Dust. I don't know, I might play around with that a little bit later. So there might be a new stream series, possibly. I mean, it's quite a big jump to go from Fallout 4 to New Vegas. At least I'm not planning on doing a jump from Fallout 4 to Fallout 3. I think that would be concerning. I'm not a fan of Fallout 3. It was an alright game, but it kind of suffered a little bit from Bethesda-itis, where the atmosphere is alright, the environments are kind of cool, but the storytelling is terrible. And when you don't have sort of the visual graphics to really deal with, I'm completely certain why that didn't work. Yeah, then it just kind of, it's just not going to work. I'm certainly not a vision snob or a graphics snob, because of the games that I do like to play, but after all, I was playing Fallout 1 not that long ago. But it's it's a different style of game. You could actually get some quite nice looking games back then, simply because you weren't okay. Something's having fun out there. Right, I'm gonna first shut down the turrets, which I probably killed both of them anyway, but
Oh no, you don't. Oh, that buster hurts.
it hasn't been long since I did. I was about to say it hasn't been long since I have watched a video when somebody did go to the same place as I just have, and I do know that there is someone with a missile launcher around there somewhere. Turns out it was a fraction of a second too late, and the person with a missile launcher saw me and killed me. So yay for that. This being survival, it's a little bit more. Yeah. Right, okay, where's my armour?
I never thought I'd be saying this, but
I might not do a full hour actually today. My energy is kind of burning out very, very quickly right now. I might hold off from doing that. I can't do that one yet because I don't have the equipment. That I could do, just cap that off.
nice spot for a lass.
I'll take a vertibird there though. Right. Yep, that is a signal grenade. I always get slightly concerned whenever I throw a grenade, when I haven't actually checked to make sure that it is a vertibird grenade, because I have accidentally dropped a plasma grenade before, which was fun. Really annoying as well, because those plasma grenades are rare. But yeah, Frost looks really, really good for mod from Fallout. For Fallout 4, it's specifically for Fallout 4, but there's quite a lot of bugs with it at the moment, which is why I'm holding off from that. But I might have a bit of a look into Dust. Basically, they strip out all the quests from the game. They rebuild the some of the perks and that, and then let you loose in the world, which I think is quite a nice way to go about it. But they've done a whole load of other stuff as well, like completely new locations. If you go outside without a gas mask, you suddenly start taking a massive amount of radiation damage, and it's basically survival like this, but on steroids. Everything's just an awful lot harder to get. So I've been watching many a true nerd play it, and food and water are so unbelievably rare, and for quite a lot of it at the moment, you know, I think he's 6 episodes in or something, and there's no settlement yet. He's just basically scrabbling for food and water, and yeah, in some cases it's getting quite desperate. But Frost takes place not that far after when the bombs fell, so you know, it's a little bit more of a targeted experience, I guess. Probably for the sorts of people who wanted to play survival but thought, Fallout 4 survival mode is a little light. I mean, I do like the survival mode in this. I wish that this had been Fallout 4 rather than having, you know, the non-survival mode of Fallout 4. I wish the survival mode of Fallout 4 was actually just Fallout 4, because it does make an awful lot of the systems then make sense. Having food and water makes an awful lot more sense when you've got settlements. Having vertibird and teleporter transportation methods makes more sense if you don't actually have fast travel. So yeah, the game just kind of feels a little bit more like it works a lot more with survival mode on rather than just normal mode on. Normal mode, it isn't challenging to never need to worry about where you're next going to be able to save. And so somebody was, you know, saying, "Oh, why don't you just quick save?" There is no quick save. It's just, you know, if you can save, then great, but you're going to need a bed to be able to do that. And I don't really quite know where I am at the moment. I think these are the fish packing. That's one of the fish pack. Oh right, yeah, that's 4-leaf fish packing. And there is the castle. And over there is the Spectacle Island, which I really do need to go across to. And somebody is shooting at me. Just make sure that they stop shooting at me. Might actually have some aluminium to upgrade my suit with, actually. Well, to repair my suit with. Right, okay, so I need to access the armory, which I have already done. What do you mean there was too many of them? It's fine. Okay, there's some fun happening outside by the sounds of things. Power generators. Oh, good God! Why has she got a fat man? That's very, very concerning. Probably some kind of a raid going on. People are sort of running around, sort of. Oh right, yeah, the pick them off. I'd love to get something like steady aim. There's the for a military aircraft, those are so spongy. Not spongy, the other thing, brittle. Oh, I can't see the last one. I think he's hiding behind that. Oh, wait a minute. There. Nope, I don't see anyone. Please do not fire the fat man.
I have to admit.
Oh, we used them. All right, let's get.
Right, I've got to collect the smoke flares. I really don't like the fact that she's carrying around a fat man. I would not trust the AI with artillery. Right, okay, so... So it's artillery, isn't it? It's down here. Artillery piece, there we go. You're not doing anything. You are now the proud owner of an artillery piece. Now we need to talk to Ronnie Shaw again, the crazy person wandering around with a Fat Man launcher.
Gosh darn, it's good to see artillery here again. But here's the thing about the big guns. They can't fire at anything too close, but their range is impressive. That's what the smoke grenades are for. Toss one of those at the bad guys. We have our
Okay, so artillery smoke grenade.
in range. We'll confirm over the radio and target our fire on this one. But first, we better do a test fire. Make sure we're hitting what we're aiming at. See that little building over there? We'll use that for our aiming. Keep your radio off and tune straight.
So got to be on radio free. Radio Freeman. Freeman? Yes, Radio Freeman. No.
Toss one of those smoke grenades into the target area and we'll start the test fire.
So this is the target area. I'm guessing we don't really want to be nearby. Okay, please don't stand there. That's a terrible place to stand.
Okay, got your smoke on the target. You might want to stand back. Yeah, you know, just in case.
Come on, fire the guns. Oh, there we go. Excellent. They can fire guns. Yep, that's definitely creamed anything in that area. I probably won't be using the artillery pieces very often, but... that should be the last explosion now, I hope. Getting a little trigger happy now, I feel. But then again, Ronnie Shaw is holding a... yeah. Okay, right. And now we've got to go back to... up there. I'm going to call it a night here, I think. Simply because this is an awful lot of wandering around. So yeah, I'm going to end this video here. So, after doing a little bit of stuff here and there, you never know. So, I don't know if I'll start doing it tomorrow. I'm going to kind of have a little bit poke around, but we might be doing Dust at some point. But anyway, with that I will say thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.